Hi, in this video we are going to practice writing arguments about a topic. And the objective that we have for this lesson is to provide valid, sound, strong arguments about a text. Right? I am going to help you understanding what each of those components of an argument are. First of all, an argument needs to be valid and sound. Means that if it is valid, it means that it is supported by some evidence. All right? But an argument that is valid may not necessarily be sound. It means that the supporting evidence that we have for an argument may not be the one that is needed to support that claim that we're making. Let me show you an example of an argument that is not valid and strong. It says, if you are a confident student and have never failed a test, then you don't need to study for tests. It is valid just because it has some argumentation, there's some supporting evidence. Let's say if you're a confident student, you don't need to study for a test. It may be valid because the person is not just providing one sentence and leaving it incomplete. But how sound is it? If you're a confident student and have never failed a test, then something valid could be that evidence that's being provided can be the basis for something different. Like if you are a confident student and have never failed a test, you will feel less stressed in a testing situation. That could be valid and sound. All right? Or if you have never failed a test, it is more likely that you are not going to fail the next test. You see? That could be something that is valid, but not that you don't need to study for tests. If you wrote the questions of the test yourself, then you don't need to study for the test because you may remember them. Yeah? But not something like this. All right? The next characteristic of an argument is that it should be strong. Strong meaning that the evidence really supports the claim that is being made. For example, I left my pencil on my desk during recess. The fifth graders always play in front of my classroom. When I returned to my desk, my pencil was gone, means that it had disappeared. It is not there anymore. It's probable that a fifth grader took my pencil. It is probable, it means that it can be proved that a fifth grader took my pencil. Is that strong enough? It is valid because there is some hint of possibility that somebody may have taken it. It may be sound, yes, because that is the closest thing to an explanation that we can come up with. But how strong is it? What if just the pencil fell from your desk and it's under the desk? It is not there, but it is close by. So that could be something that is even more likely than somebody entering the classroom, taking that particular pencil and taking it with them. Who wants to, let's say, steal a pencil from a classroom, taking that risk to do something very illegal against the student code of conduct? And that is something absurd. It is not a very strong argument. All right? If somebody saw a student enter the classroom and walk out suspiciously, then there is some more possibility that that student took your pencil because they did something that was not supposed to be happening, and something that is not ordinary was found that took place afterwards. So your arguments have to be strong. And finally, an argument needs to be cogent. Cogent means that it is clear, that it is logical and convincing. Means that it has all the argumentation, the validity, the strength, and the truth in it. Right? For example, look at this one that sounds strong, convincing, somehow valid, but let's examine it, why this is not a good argument. Volkswagen is an attractive, desirable car, okay, produced by a German company. All right, good. Audi is an attractive, desirable car also produced by a German company. All right. Volvo is an attractive, desirable car produced by another German company. All right. So the conclusion is another attractive, desirable car will be produced by a German company in the next few years. It seems like a logical explanation here, because we're not giving a lot of room for other possibilities, but actually this is not a good argument. You know why? Because Volkswagen is a German car, yes. You know what the point is? Audi is a German car, but Volvo is not a German car. Actually, I think it is Swedish. It was Swedish, and then it was bought by a Chinese holding. I mean, it's a group of companies, and it is not German. So, because that argument is not true, then we cannot say that, we cannot use it to generalize that all German cars are attractive and desirable, that people want to buy them. So this would not be a strong argument. As you can see, we have to be careful how we can defend, or how we want to defend an idea or an argument to make it valid, sound, strong, and cogent. All right? So I'm going to ask you to come up with two types of arguments for a topic. Are you ready? The first one is, here are the two items, the two assignments that I'm giving you. How do you feel in a yellow room? All right, think about it. How do you feel in a yellow room? How about in a blue one, in a blue room? How do you feel? Many people believe that color dramatically affects moods, feelings, emotions, and even performance. It's how you do things, how well you do things. Now, using your own experience and doing some research, write a weak and a strong argument about the effect of color on our emotions and performance. You may already know that if we base our argument on our experience, that may not necessarily be so scientific and so strong as if we use some research, some facts, some things that can be proven or that have been proven to support an idea. So I want you to think about how you can support weakly this claim that color has an effect on our emotions, feelings, mood, and even performance from 2 points of view. All right? I'm going to ask you to pause my video, think about how you can argue that in a weak and in a strong way, and then we can see some answers. So pause my video, complete the activity, please. All right. I hope that you have your two arguments, one weak, one strong, and let me show you two arguments here. The first one, let's look at the first one that is weak. It says, I think that colors can represent emotions. I like that topic sentence. That is what we're going to prove. All right. When I feel sad or disappointed, I feel like the color blue. When I am glad, I feel like the color yellow. Oh yeah, it's bright. The few times when I am angry, I feel like the color red. Sometimes when I am dancing and playing around, I feel like the color pink. I like this. I would agree with some of these things. It's a funny comparison, but I believe it's true. Why? I mean, it is valid because it is providing some proof about the claim that is making that the colors can represent emotions, but it is based on our own feelings. And what if the person next to me feels something different? Then we cannot use this as an argumentation for this idea that colors can represent emotions. All right? So that is why it is an example of a weak argument. Let's look at another one that is stronger. All right? Of course, it may be different from what you have, but this is just a sample answer. In a research study, 71 students received a particular number colored either red, green, or black before taking a 5-minute test. All right, they were given a number, and my number could be red, my number could be green, or my number could be black. And then I take a test. So it's performance. The results revealed that students with the red number obtained a score more than 20% lower than students with the green and black numbers. If my number was red, my score was lower than the students who took the test and had been given a green or a black number. As a conclusion, certain colors can have an impact on performance. I like the topic sentence. Let's say the sentence that summarizes the main idea is at the end. Certain colors can have an impact on performance. Is that more convincing? Yes, because it is proven by a study, by some research, and I think it is stronger. Don't you think? All right, that is an example then of a stronger argument. Now, I am going to ask you to please practice your pronunciation with the native speakers. Listen to them, practice please.
I think that colors can represent emotions. When I feel sad or disappointed, I feel like the color blue. When I'm glad, I feel like the color yellow. The few times when I'm very angry, I'm like the color red. Sometimes, when I'm dancing and playing around, I feel like the color pink. It's a funny comparison, but I believe it's true.
In a research study, 71 students received a participant number colored either red, green, or black before taking a 5-minute test. The results revealed that students with the red number obtained a score more than 20% lower than students with the green and black numbers. As a conclusion, certain colors can have an impact on performance.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much for having practiced your pronunciation. And remember that in this lesson, we are trying to see how we can argue using strong, cogent, valid, and sound arguments and evidence. All right? Thank you very much for having completed this activity, and I will see you in the next one.